Yeah. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, Ed.
He's going to send me the two invites. Two queens.
Edward, son, how are you? You feeling any better? Yeah, okay. All right, on roll call, Mr. Ayer.
Here.
Mr. Bartlett.
Here.
Mr. Vanstone.
Here.
And Mr. York.
Here.
All right, we need a motion and a second, please, to excuse Mrs. Brown Knight and Marcy.
So, second.
Second. All right, Mr. Ayer.
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett.
Aye.
Mr. Vanstone.
Aye.
Mr. York.
Aye.
All right, they'll be excused for the flimsiest of reasons.
Yeah, I don't see the other one. I see Ms. Brown
Caught in the traffic, you know.
coming back from the.
What happens when you go and see the eclipse?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, did you really?
I don't think there's anything.
Okay, any questions regarding the minutes? We have two sets of minutes. The March 25th, the special meeting on the the appropriations meeting on the 27th.
Yeah, the appropriations meeting, Kelly and I talked about, so the, we did talk at that meeting, I think we agreed to have the 5,000 for the steel door, and it's not in there.
Yeah, you're right.
We talked about it, we did not, I was not in the impression we definitively put it on there, we can do that next meeting. We'll just
Okay.
do, supplemental appropriation.
Okay,
That.
okay.
No big deal.
So that was just the one, that was the only thing I saw, was just that one, you know.
And I think I asked as well. I wasn't
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, we weren't clear, and
she
then
had
I
mentioned
said,
it.
and I said almost verbatim what I just said right now.
Okay.
Okay, motion and a second to accept the ones on the 25th.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Ayer. Aye. Mr. Bartlett.
Aye.
Mr. Vanstone.
Aye.
Mr. York. Motion and a second to accept the ones on the 27th, the appropriations.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Ayer.
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett.
Aye.
Mr. Vanstone.
Aye.
Mr. York.
Aye.
And then we'll just, Kelly, you'll do the update coming forward, whenever, one of the next meetings,
Yeah, you mean with the amended,
for the 5,000 for the
Yes.
steel doors. Door,
yeah,
singular.
that will be ready for the next meeting.
Perfect.
Ready for the next meeting.
It wasn't really.
All right, in
Famous last words.
Yeah, famous last words. In communications, we have, who's here from the fire department tonight? Anybody? No, nobody? Well, anyway, we have the monthly report and we have the annual report. And I'd like you guys to sort of take note of the annual report. We sort of have a new kind of a, now, the ones that you all got are in black and white, but this was originally put out in color. And this is sort of the creation, I guess, of Dan, and I know Matt helped with this. It's really a great look and sort of a great PR thing, I think, for the fire department. Matt, do you have any comment you'd like to make on it?
I just want to say,
Chief?
yeah, Councilman Ayer was very helpful with helping put that together, along with Assistant Chief Copeland, and
Yeah.
appreciate all your help on that.
Yeah, you bet, it was my pleasure.
Yeah, I think it's a, I'm
Yeah, no.
very pleased to see it. I think it turned out really well.
Well, plus there's that article in the recent issue of the Town Crier that kind of mirrors this. So thank you for that.
Yes. Who's the author for that? Who's the author for that article in Town Crier? Funny how that.
Huh.
the hell
Yes,
is together?
I'm
One
worried,
kind of came from the other.
Yes.
I'm worried a little bit about the bill that's coming from that, probably.
All right, any questions regarding the reports, you can, of course, talk to Dan. We have the monthly report from Ben on the maintenance department. Ben, do you have any comments to make about it? And I like the new way that you're doing this, putting it together. It's kind of shorter, it's to the point, pertinent information. I think there's for everybody. Does anybody have any questions?
Great report.
Report? Okay, I just want to add too, I know Ben has recently taken over this position, and he's really only been at it now for a couple of months, but I can't tell you, I'm beyond pleased with the job that you're doing.
Agreed.
Keep up the
Yes.
good work. Village looks great.
Can you do something about the flood down in the South 80? Right.
All right, we have the monthly report from Tax Administrator Barlow. Chuck is not with us tonight, obviously. If anybody has any questions about that, you can contact him directly. Now to the really highlighted stuff.
What time's the game?
9:20.
Oh, so I can go through this line by
Went to
line,
Purdue. Good luck tonight.
minutes.
line by line.
3 minutes. Right?
All right. Do you have any commentary you wish to make, or does anyone have any questions?
Not really. I mean, I guess the one thing that, we need to be cognizant of when we look at what our revenue is, we have not yet received the first property tax payment from Hamilton County, and that's a significant amount of money. We should be getting that,
Any day?
yeah, usually end of March, beginning of April, so I'm sure with a bit of upheaval in the Hamilton County Auditor's Office, it might be a little bit delayed.
True.
So this will look a whole lot different after we get that money.
Okay. All right,
So that's my comment.
all right. Any other commentary?
Not from moi.
All right. All right, Mr. Holloway, the project list, any commentary on that? Any questions on that? It looks to me like you just did a sort of a comprehensive update.
Based on the suggestion of one of the esteemed council people, there's a bold and bluey that's changed versus the previous issue.
Something is going to be in blue?
Yeah, it's not showing up here. See the lighter shade? Like in the very top one, Matt has TBC and it's a lighter shade. That's actually because it's blue.
Okay,
Send out the colorized version next time.
okay, okay.
Yeah, you can kind of tell the gray would be the blue.
So, but Bill, the thought was, instead of trying to figure out what changed from last time, the blue tells you this
Oh,
changed
I
versus
see,
last time.
yeah, sort of a highlight, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all it is.
Okay.
Makes it easier to read and see what changed or not changed.
Okay, very good. All right, moving on. We have a very nice letter here from Goshen Township. I don't know whether you guys, hopefully you kind of took a minute to sort of read this. They were reimbursing us back, we, through mutual aid, I mean, Chief, now, if I'm not telling the story exactly correct, you correct me. And they were reimbursing us back about 75% of the time that we spent assisting them and helping them. And they had that big, was it a tornado or just a major storm of
Tornado.
some kind?
Yeah, it was a tornado.
Tornado that came through. Yeah.
The firehouse and a bunch of others, but yeah, it's bad.
But anyway, it's very, very nice, and it amounts to about $9,000, I believe it was.
9317.
90, yeah. So, quite thoughtful of those guys, I would say.
It's not anything they had to do.
No.
I think they,
No.
yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would, if at all possible, mayor and council, if we can, kind of earmark that money for, fire department improvements. Like Mr. Ayers said, they didn't have to give that to us, so
Uh-huh.
if we can do that, maybe offset some, some things that would be coming down the road in department improvements or whatever.
Well, sounds
So
like,
you're asking Kelly,
sounds like a plan. Uh-huh.
Where is the check now? Was it given to Allison?
Yeah, you should get it, or it's in the bank or something.
Probably the bank.
It's here,
No, yeah, it's here. I
Okay,
got a
so-
picture of it.
yeah.
Chuck might have taken it, or,
Yeah, I don't know that she would know where to put it,
right,
so she'd need to get with you.
right. Yeah, I'll go with Allison where to park that.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Excuse me. Permission to address council. Mr. Sabo.
Sid Sabo, 3857 Indian View. I have a short statement here. The submission of another petition regarding Trolley Line Park at the council meeting on January 12th should have made it clear that there must be a meeting about the Trolley Line Park, and it needs to be in an open forum like we had for the Miami intersection last year. You may remember that the outcome of that February meeting was not or recommendation proposed by the experts. The decision on the trolley line park needs to be discussed and decided by those who live there. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sid. I know that we do have a meeting coming up at some point, correct? Mr. Ayer?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, yes. Everybody will be informed when it's, they're gonna have it, it'll be posted, it will be a posted meeting. Anyone else? Yeah, please.
So as most of you know, we had our Eclipse program today, and I just really want to
Could you
thank.
state your name first?
Oh, sorry, Mandy Beecroft from the
Thank you.
Mariemont Branch Library.
Yeah.
And I just really want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for helping to promote that program. I think it went really well, and it was kind of an awe-inspiring experience to be able to do as a community. So I was really happy about that, and thank you all so much for helping to promote that program for us. We do have a few other fun things coming up. I think last time I talked about the composting program, which is on April 27th, so that is a Saturday. We also have a music and math program for the kids. So that's, did you have questions?
Well, the composting program, I mean, is that, I mean, that will
Yes.
tie in with, I mean, the village has a composting.
Yes, it will.
So it's
So
all-
someone's going to be coming in from Hamilton County to talk about how to do your own composting at home.
Oh, I see.
And then also someone from Mariemont to talk about Mariemont's composting program. So
Great.
it's like if you don't want to do it,
Yeah.
in your own yard,
Right.
then here are alternatives. So yes, we'll definitely be promoting Mariemont's program at
Okay.
that
Is
as
that
well.
on the calendar? Do we have that on the calendar for the village calendar? Might be good to put that on.
Might be good to put that on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's next,
The
It
27th,
is
so-
April 27th at 2:00
at the library.
at the library. You got it.
Okay.
But the actual composting is taking place here? You were?
Well, she's talking about the program. She's
Yeah,
having
yeah.
somebody.
But we also should highlight,
No, our composting takes, behind the building. I
Yeah.
think well, we can put that in there. I think.
Yeah, I would do
already
that too.
know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Discussing it
yeah,
at their
absolutely.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mandy, who, from what I understand, is the one who kind of got that program started, will be coming and talking about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Great.
Mandy and Mandy.
Mandy and Mandy, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Easy name to remember for me. And then on the 25th, which is a Thursday, we also have a music and math program for the kids, which I think will be very exciting, kind of teaching them music reading and how that corresponds to math with time signatures and things like that. And then also on Thursday, May 9th, the whole day we have what we're calling the New Baby Boot Camp. So that is going to be specifically for new parents or parents-to-be to come and kind of learn everything they need to know, hopefully. So we'll have some car seat installations, which the Forest Park Fire Department is coming and helping us out with. And then our fire department here as well, doing a CPR class for us. And then we'll also have our children's librarian talking about early literacy and ways to help your child learn to read even at a very young age. So I'm very hopeful for that program as well, and that'll be happening, things happening all day long for that.
Oh, that's great.
And that's all I've got. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
How many little kids did you have over there today?
Kids, we had 68 people altogether.
Really?
I'd say probably about a third of them were kids.
Oh, really? Oh, great.
Yeah,
Okay,
it went
good.
really well. There were definitely some friendships that you saw
Oh, good.
blossoming there, so
Yeah.
it was really nice, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, we really had a good day for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, hey, thanks for telling us. Anyone else? No? No? All right. All right, motion to pay the bill. Well, any question regarding the bills? Before we pay the bills? I have a lot listed on there this particular pay period. I'm not hearing any questions. Matt, are we getting, we're getting reimbursed for those water bottles?
Yes, we should already have the check.
Check, okay. Okay,
Or if it's, and if we don't have it, it's on, they actually pay that grant in advance.
okay, okay. All right, any other questions regarding it? No? All right, then a motion and a second to pay the bills, please.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Excuse me, Mr. Van Stone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right. All right, I think we have just the one committee report tonight. Correct? Matt?
Yep. Safety Committee met on Tuesday, March 26th at 9:30 a.m. Present were Safety Committee members Matthew Ayer, Rob Bartlett, and Randy York. After review and discussion, the committee unanimously endorsed the 2024 business plan provided by the Pool Commission. In broad summary, the Pool Commission estimates revenue within approximately $10K of its projected operating expenses. The committee reviewed a proposed plan to replace the kiddie pool with a project in fall 2024/spring 2025. Total project cost $225,000. After discussion of available permanent improvement funds and the village 5-year plan, the committee recommends the council plan for a $75,000 allocation for this project in fiscal year 2025. The project would be contingent on the Pool Commission's capital campaign to raise the remaining 2/3, which is $150,000, from private sources through the Mariemont Legacy Foundation. Funds or pledges would need to be at or near the $150K target by September 2024 for this project to be a go for 2025. Otherwise, the project would likely need to be deferred to 2026 or beyond. And then the committee commended the Pool Commission volunteers for their detailed work and also the community supporters who have donated $7,000 in private funds this year for other pool improvements. Mr. York suggested a town crier article to recognize them. The meeting adjourned at 10:05 a.m.
All right, thank you, Matt.
Do you have the signed copy? Okay. Okay.
All right, we've heard the report. Any questions, commentary regarding the report? Mr. Vanstone?
I am fully supporting this project, but as I mentioned to Matt before the meeting, I have a few process questions. My recollection was last year, we didn't do the capital improvement budget till November. Is that right, Rob?
December, more like, yeah.
And it seems to me that this project needs a go-ahead on that prior to that, if it's gonna make it work, because you've used the date in here, September. And so I'm just trying to understand the process question there. And how do we, I realize this is a recommendation to put that in the capital budget, but this is not this report does not actually put it in the capital
Right.
budget. So I'm just trying to understand that process.
Well, as I understand it, I mean, there is a contingency in here that the 150 be raised prior to September anyway, before we would give it
Yeah,
go
by
ahead.
September, so that we would have the 150, but to Bob's point, we don't actually allocate permanent improvement funds till November, but by September, we really need to be able to tell the pool builder it's a go or not, and in fact, in that period of time, we will need to actually formally bid it out, get the best bid and all that kind of stuff to meet legal requirements. So Bob's question is with that timing, say the Pool Commission does what they think they can do, and that's raise $150,000 by approximately September. And then everybody on council's like, oh yeah, sounds great, 75K. We've got in mind that we're going to put into the 2025, but when we don't actually do it until November, that's a great question, how we as a council would agree that we're planning to do that enough to the point that we would be comfortable issuing a purchase order to the pool builder.
Well, would any
The construction won't actually be taking place. Actually, the demolition would probably be taking place in the late fall, but we wouldn't actually need village money until way into, well into 2025, but we still would need to know that we're gonna have the money
Yeah, I think that would be the issue, that we would, if we actually started construction, but we didn't really know that we had the money, even though I think we all fully intend that we would have the money,
That,
do we?
that's why I said it was a process question. It wasn't a no, we shouldn't do it, or no, we shouldn't put 75K in there. But, you know, if, my thought was if suddenly, a fire truck, snapped an axle, or, you know, the things we don't wish to happen would happen, and we have to make changes in the, capital budget. I just think, you know, I just want us to make sure we're making a conscious decision, and also that we're all agreeing, this report doesn't say we're changing the capital budget tonight. If we approve the budget, that's why it has some words in there, recommending, I believe was the, and I agree with recommending it, and it should be considered. You know, I agree with Matt's process there, but we're gonna have to figure something out there.
Well, wouldn't this be a decision that we would make, you know, in early September or something? You know, like, let's assume that you guys raised the 150, and we're on the cusp of wanting to sign the contract and move ahead, but we haven't technically actually, the council hasn't agreed to the 75. I think at that point in time, a decision would have to be made. Are we gonna let them go ahead and dig it up or not?
My question, I guess, what would be the harm in doing the capital budget earlier this year?
Well,
This may make us do it in September. Can we do it in September?
Well, that's.
We can do it.
a
We can do it in
resolution
September.
Where we commit to it for later.
I mean,
don't know.
I
well,
guess
that's a thought too.
And I'm willing tonight, is, you know, we've had this discussion, you know, we don't have to resolve it tonight, but we need to know what that process, we need to figure out what that process is.
Yeah, I think, Bob, you bring up a good point. I think we could go ahead and target to have, you know, because right now in the finance committee, we've got this, oh, no, it's not in there anymore. Well, I guess it's on the project list. The project list has the, you know, that I'm supposed to work on the 5-year plan, and this would be part of the 5-year plan. So the update was supposed to be in October. I can move that up to occur earlier, so we can try to get visibility to everything that's out there that people know about at
Because
that
it'll make a
time.
lot easier to sign the purchase order with it all resolved.
Yeah. So if we want to, we can make that change on the project list, Mr. Holloway. So we can move that up to September, that I need to have that complete, so that it fits, it dovetails in with the timing for Matt.
May I ask one other question?
Of course.
It's not directly related to this report, but last year at the end of the season, we got into a situation for awards, gifts, whatever they were,
You mean for the swim team?
and the
Coaches,
coaches
the
and the other
coaches.
things.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, when I was sitting in the cheap seats, I recall that,
That's only his commentary, not the rest of council.
well, I sat there long enough, so I understand.
Council-approved comment.
They said somehow they're gonna set up a nonprofit organization so the donations could be made to that and so forth. I just don't want the same thing happening again this year, that we get into a,
I can't speak directly for the pool commission, but they're aware that they don't want that to occur again. So more than likely, those private donations would funnel through the Legacy Foundation and just be earmarked for, you know, pool awards, something of that nature.
that's fine.
something like that.
I'm just pointing out, I just
Yeah.
wondered where we were on
It's on the
that.
radar.
Okay.
Not to get into that spot again.
That's fine, I don't want to resolve that tonight either.
Right.
Okay. All right. So we've heard the report, we've had discussion.
But just to kind of wrap that up, Kelly, is there any reason why we couldn't have, do some early appropriation in September specific to that project?
We can, after we have definitively determine, you know, what's been raised. Obviously, what's your deadline for this? By September 2024, like end of September?
Well,
Or is there
September.
okay.
It
depends on what the contract is.
it doesn't specifically say September 1st, but we're thinking by September 1st, want a little bit of flexibility, we might be just really close, or have that last pledge to get in, or something like that, but yeah,
Right.
that's the goal.
So the 5-year needs to be updated in August then?
Yeah.
Late August.
Yeah. Mr. Holloway? August.
Maybe we'll be done early.
And we're gonna get into the situation with, so we're talking about a contractor starting demolition this fall?
Yeah.
But the funds, so I'm assuming we do this like Dogwood Park, right? You create a fund separate for that, and the contributions would come into that,
But
and then
we
you would
get
pay the
whole
bills.
Purchase order, issue the purchase order.
Yeah, but again, it's just, to me, I view it almost like Dogwood Park, exactly, where the money comes in from the nonprofit, and then we still run the billing through that, but we have the funds there separately earmarked and ring fenced.
The magic word is having the funds there.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Wow. We all good? All right, a motion is second to accept the report.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Vanstone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right.
Do you want to leave that on the agenda?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, in miscellaneous, we have the Memorial Day Parade and presentation of the Outstanding Citizen Award, and that will be Monday, May the 27th. Village offices will be closed in observation of Memorial Day on Monday, the 27th. Regular council meetings scheduled for that Monday, May the 27th, will be held, everybody write this down, May the 28th on Tuesday, same time, 6:30. Just going to move it up to one day.
Move it back.
Huh?
You're moving it back a day, right?
Not up. You said up, it's back, but
I said we're moving it up a day. We're moving it up to
Yeah.
the 28th, yeah, yeah. Well, it's going to be on a Monday, now it's going to be on a Tuesday. To me, that's moving it up. Are we going to argue that? now?
nope, nope.
No, we can. Let's get into a discussion.
No,
It's early.
Easy.
It's early.
no,
Yes.
no.
Okay.
When is it?
All right, Mayor and reverse insurance.
Mayor Ben's got a question.
Ed's got a question? Oh, sorry.
I just want to know, your parade,
Yes.
I need to know what streets. I want to have those streets cleaned and grass cut.
I'll get with you and get you the route.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
I don't think it'll be too much of a deviation from what it's always been, but we'll make sure that you've got the exact route and everything. And I'll talk to you later, about the stage and the setup and all that kind of stuff like we used to do. Yeah. Mayor refers insurance full-time employees to the Finance Committee. You go with that, Rob? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, on to resolutions.
Okay.
We're still in this thing about this, is this one still tabled? Why do I get confused about this?
It's an ordinance.
Oh, that's the ordinance, okay. Sorry,
Okay.
all right.
All right, this is a third reading to appoint Douglas Zemke as a member of the Architectural Review Board for years 2024 and 2025.
Okay, that was the third reading, a motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Vanstone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right, folks.
Okay. This is a third reading, authorizing an increase in the building permit schedule of fees.
All right, third reading, motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Vanstone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
Okay, this is a third reading to authorize adoption of a premium-only insurance plan.
All right, third reading, motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Vanstone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay. This is the second reading to authorize fiscal officer to advertise for bids for waste collection and to pay for advertising.
Okay, second reading, any discussion? Everybody know what this is? Everybody good? Okay, we'll have the third reading next time.
All right. This is a first reading, resolution authorizing mayor to execute and file application with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources to apply for financial assistance in connection with the Mariemont Centennial parks projects, and to declare an emergency.
Okay, we've had the first reading. I need a motion and a second to suspend the rules and allow for the second and third reading.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
Okay, may we have a second reading, please?
Resolution authorizing mayor to execute and file application with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources to apply for financial assistance in connection with the Mariemont Centennial Parks projects and to declare an emergency.
All right, second reading. Any discussion? Does everybody have any questions regarding what this is? Randy, quick comment?
It's Nature Works.
We all good?
Yeah, we don't know yet how much money Hamilton County will get. Hamilton County only got $66,000 last year, so it's not gonna be, it'd be nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah, okay. May we have a third reading, please?
Okay. Resolution authorizing mayor to execute and file application with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources to apply for financial assistance in connection with the Mariemont Centennial Parks projects and to declare an emergency.
All right, I need a motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right, that'll be accepted. Now I need a motion and a second to evoke the emergency clause.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right. Ordinances.
Okay, this is a third reading to amend section 151.087 permitted obstructions in required yards and add new section 151.087.1.2.3.4, .5, .6, and .7.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, it is.
All right, that was the third reading. Motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Second, Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right.
Okay. This is a third reading, an ordinance authorizing application and contracting with the Southwest Ohio Regional Transit Authority.
All right, that's the third reading. Motion and a second to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ayer?
Aye.
Mr. Bartlett?
Aye.
Mr. Van Stone?
Aye.
Mr. York?
Aye.
All right. What, is this still a table thing? What is
Yes. Yes, it was tabled after the first reading.
that? I mean, are we leaving that on there, or what are we doing?
Ask Rod.
Do you know?
It's up to council.
Do you know what this other one about the signage, what's the, what's the
I mean,
plan?
that's.
I know, but should we get it off the list, or?
It's been tabled for a while.
We're waiting a meeting with one of the business owners in the area just to confirm a few things.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just leaving it. Okay, all right, just want to check. All right. Dare I, yes.
No, I was wondering, because this was in the town clerk, could you, I think it would help for both council and for residents. Can you say a little bit more about what all is going to be discussed there? I think it'll help just to,
Well, I mean, this is sort of the concluding meeting of what we've been working on with Emil for the, almost the past year. We have entertained, many different thoughts and ideas about strategies for economic development. I don't think it's appropriate to start naming those off here.
No, yeah.
But, I mean, the idea would be to sort of run through them, give the community a chance to ask questions about them. And frankly, possibly even here, we're not the only ones with ideas. Maybe they've got ideas, and we want to sort of have an exchange of ideas with the community.
So these are going to have those ideas that Emil has come up.
We have the ideas. He has his draft report has been prepared where it summarizes all of the activities. And he will have the final report that we will be sharing, with everyone. So, I mean.
Is there something we can, because I know when we've done the Mariemont Connector and Dogwood Park, we've posted things on the website so people have a chance to see. Are we going to do that for this as well then?
Post up the final report?
Yeah, yeah. So
Post the meeting, I'm sorry, post the fact that there's a meeting on the website.
well, that would be good too.
I think that, had that already been done?
I don't know, I'll look.
I think so.
If it,
I'll look.
well, if it hasn't been, it will be done. I mean, part of the point of the flyer was to get the date out there,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously. But it'll go on the mailing list, and it'll go on the website, of course.
I'm sorry, when is it, Rob?
It says April
The
18th.
The 18th.
It's not on the calendar.
Yeah, we just got it
We just
from
got
the
Okay.
printer.
Okay.
So this is really, this is their phase 3, as far as their original proposal, and this may not be a fair question, but is this really phase 3, short of, the next step being implementation?
Well,
Where we are?
Good. Well, so, Bill, I think, because this goes back to their original proposal, and they talked about 3 public meetings. So,
Right.
and I just, that was where I didn't know if this, I don't know if this is the first one, or, because
Well-
or is,
I know in the original proposal, yes, there was to be 3 public meetings, kind of a thing. I will say that probably we got a little sidetracked with the Pease expansion, into the industrial district down there. And I'm not really offering that per se as an excuse, but I mean, a lot of time and effort was spent, on that and not holding, another public meeting. But I think, I'm thinking that this meeting would be the conclusive meeting of all that we have done, or all that's been done, yes.
it feels like we should have at least 2 meetings.
2 meetings.
For the input, because since this is the first people have heard about it.
Yeah.
Just to give, and especially, I think if we can, whatever Emil has, if we can post that so people have a chance to read it in advance and sort of digest it and think through and all that kind of stuff, I think it'll lead to a more productive meeting.
Well, and it might. I mean, we could easily, I guess, we could see how how this meeting goes, see what the responses are, see what the appetite is, with the public for another meeting, and I mean, could easily have another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Sure, I know,
Yeah.
because I know you always like to make sure you give plenty of chance for everyone.
Absolutely,
So-
right.
So just,
I mean-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says inviting Mariemont residents to attend a community meeting to provide feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So, to your point, Rob, I would think this would be the meeting to engage the public, get their feedback, and then have another meeting? A public meeting to say, hey, this is what we gleaned from
Well, you might want to
the
take the
first time.
feedback and sort of, digest it and analyze it, kind of a thing. And then, based on that and on, the character and nature of the response of that meeting, of course you could have another meeting. Yeah.
The bottom of that flyer I thought was very important because it says that a survey will be put out on the website the day after the meeting. So the goal, I think, the goal Marcy had was to get the feedback to continue.
Yeah, well, and I think I think that's great that she's doing that. I think that's all the more reason why whatever Emil shares should be posted online, because, people who don't attend the meetings need to have a chance to read it and provide their input on the survey as well.
Oh, yeah, oh, sure, yeah.
But it does make sense. I think Kelly made a really good point. I mean, because we've done that with Dogwood Park and others, we've collected feedback, and then we've come back and said, okay, here's the changes we've made based on your feedback.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
that kind of a thing,
Right.
kind of iterative process would seem like it would be a
And if,
good
and
thing.
if one of the proposals, say, strikes a chord, and they want more information, and they want to sort of, an enhancement on that proposal, with other options, or how it might play out, or something like that, yeah, of course, you'd want to have another meeting to basically explore that, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think it's, again, I'm really a big supporter of having some kind of economic development strategy, so
Sure.
it would be great to have, but I think this is the new concept for the residents, and we're gonna, and I think we've done a really good job overall with the Mariemont Connector, with Dogwood Park and other things, and I'm sure this will follow that same format of giving people a chance to give their thoughts and suggestions and read about the stuff.
Yes, I'm not sure everyone is satisfied with the meetings that have been held, but yes, I do think that, we are going to endeavor. I'm not taking a shot.
So,
Yes, you are.
if we are having a meeting requesting feedback, residents will have to have something in front of them from which to provide feedback.
Yes.
Or to be incentivized to come to this meeting to know what it's all about. So can we work with Emil? It may not be the full report. Maybe he would want to put something together that's an overview.
Highlighted kind of a-
Highlighted version of that for us
Yeah.
to get out. And I think that would be appropriate, so people know what, I don't think from this flyer, people will understand what it is that they might or might not want to come hear about.
Or contribute to.
Right.
Yeah, because that's what I thought is, so what, we're 10 months into this? And
Yeah.
He has his list of deliverables, so.
Yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4 that we should have had by the end of October.
Right.
You know, planning issues, map of vision statement, so maybe if we can get all those deliverables, because there's deliverables for each phase,
Right.
I think, because I would like to see that, because
Okay.
I've obviously not been as engaged in it.
Sure.
I know you guys have done some great work, and it's very important to the village, I think we all agree to that. So I think having this would help me prepare for the meeting, and certainly help the people
Sure.
prepare.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, right, and that's
Yeah.
easily done.
So because we've had those other meetings over at the Mariemont Elementary School cafeteria, but this is going to be here in this room, or is it?
That was the plan, because see, I mean, Rob, it's very hard to gauge, what your turnout may or may not be. I mean, obviously, it was kind of planned for here, but I mean, we would have spillover here, and if, I guess, I mean, if it really turned out to be big, I'd hold it on the front lawn, I guess. I mean, I don't know,
Okay. I just, from a
You have to
capacity
you have to make a plan that you're going to have it
It may
somewhere.
work.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
You don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Yeah,
So
that's why I just didn't know because we've used the elementary school, they
Randy's
seem like they've
public
been really
hearings were so well attended.
Right, right. Well, some of them were. I mean, that,
No, I was talking about the last.
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Apologies, that's why I didn't.
So what I think we're perhaps deciding is that we want to get to the public, at minimum, an overview of what's
An
gonna be
overview of what it
presented, and
is
that would need
we're gonna be
at least
presenting.
a week in advance of the meeting.
Yes,
Should be coming up quick.
quick.
Yeah, and he should have all these deliverables.
Yeah, no,
from
it-
phase
it-
1 through 8,
Right.
or wherever we are, so.
Yeah.
I
I
think,
personally would like to see it.
I think the important thing is to get an outline of what the subjects are, because I'm just concerned that if you, get it too detailed too early, you don't give him a chance to put context in it, that's all.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
So I think rather than all the deliverables,
Well, I think
there's a lot.
they're talking about an overview, and that's what we're really talking about
Exactly.
here. Yeah, we want to highlight everything.
and he's gonna
Yes.
talk about subjects A, B, C, and D,
Yeah,
with emphasis on C or whatever.
Well, one of the first ones, phase 1, is a vision statement. I think that would kind of frame everything that moves forward from that, so people would like to see that.
yeah. All right. All doable. Anything else?
No, that's helpful. Thank you for the back.
Okay. No, very good comments, Rob, very good comments. Yeah.
Go.
Well, let's see, is there anything else tonight that we can get into?
It's going to take 2 hours?
I don't know.
2 hours?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a game on? Is there a game on?
Wait a minute.
All right, we're adjourned.